Perfect. All right, we have quite a bit of work we're gonna do here. We can get that white oak, this one, and this one. They're pretty trees, but also gonna get that poplar right there. It's bad, it's got some bad in it, but yeah, all our wind comes from this way, blowing, and these trees would smash that house. We're all up on this building here. We got a propane tank, gas line runs and goes right between those two trees right there for it. There are going to be stump grinds on all of these. Already knocked one tree down over, just shoved it over. About to get this dead one here, and then there's a monster one that's right over the top of the house over there, just leaning back over the house. He wants to cut it too, so we're going to get it down. So we're just going to do some maintenance stuff. You know, sometimes you have to make these decisions and take these trees down. Even though they're nice, pretty trees, you just do not want a tree to hit your house. So the game plan is I'm going to chip on site, blow chips off the hill. These white oaks, after I cut that tree down, drop it in there, then I'm going to drop all three of these white oaks in on top of it, probably one at a time, and clean them up as I go. I'll be dragging the chipper up right here. You fine, man? I'm just getting my video started. I'll be dragging the chipper up right here and setting up. So there we go. So y'all notice that tree looked good as far as on the outside of it, but look at that hollow in that thing. So if you're ever dealing with a tree like that and you're gonna push it with a tractor, machine, or bulldozer, anything, man, when you go to push on it, be very gentle. Just kind of ease it over. If you shove hard, that top can snap. When that top snaps, it's gonna come right back on top of the machine or tractor or whatever you're sitting in. There's been a lot of people killed, some nearly killed, because of that very thing. All right, so I'm running a 400 again today. Big surprise, huh? But I am running a 28-inch bar on it. That's a full chisel, full comp chain. It's a Oregon EXL chain. I believe it's 91 drive length on the 28-inch. That's what it is. And you see that trees still getting solid on cutting some firewood around. Watch how the saw pulls that 28-inch bar like it's just nothing on it there. Come back, knock that stump off with another saw. I don't normally use my cut down saw on the stumps. That way, you know, I keep my chain good on it, so I get it after a while. But I'm about to cut these three right here. They're right outside this building. I think these two right here will fall by themselves. I know this one right here will, but I'm gonna cut these low to the ground. And the reason being is because I'm going to save these here. I hope there's nothing in these trees. I'll know when I cut it in just a second. I don't think it's going to be anything in them, but like metal, foreign objects or anything. I'm going to set y'all up over here. And we'll cut it. We'll send it. I'm going to aim it right at that small tree right there. If anything gets damage down there, I'll take care of it, so no biggie on that. perfect. Let's see where I bored across. I like the 28-inch bar. You know, it's good because you can still bore with it. It's got flex to it, got a lot of flex to it, but it's not flexy enough to where you can't bore with it. Still does a good job. And I mean, the saw, darn 400, that is a, I'm not gonna lie about it. That saw ain't no joke, man. What a lot of people ask me, is this saw ported? The only thing, it's not ported. The only thing that is not stock on this saw is the bark box, the West Coast Mufflers bark box. Everything else on the saw is bone stock. I would hate to see what that saw would do with work done to it. What makes it so stout, it's got a magnesium piston in it, and the piston is ceramic coated too. The piston is white in that saw. And then what makes the saw kind of finishes off for me, it makes it run like it does, it's what I do for the gas, how I blend the gas. And I'll show everybody in an upcoming video on how I do my saw gas. It's a little bit time consuming, but in my opinion it does pay off. It's not cheap to do it the way that I do it, but again, I think it pays off. But so I'm gonna go get my tape, because I'm gonna cut these where I can haul these out of here in my trailer and get these back to the house. And then I'm gonna chip the limbs and stuff on them. So I'll cut some logs off of them here and set them over there to the side, get this thing moved. It really didn't hurt anything when it come in here. It popped the top out of that little old bitty maple right there, which is no biggie at all, but it's pretty good. Nice aim on it, didn't damage too much or anything. I will take and cut that stump on off a little bit lower. I should have went on down. These next two I'll get on down. I hate going on down there toward the ground because of all the sand and grit that'll be in those trees just from rain dripping and landing on them, but splashing it up. Yeah, there we go. All right, so we're gonna drop this one. Already got it notched right there. Nice notch on it. I've got this log laying here because the gas line runs right through there, and it's just right under the ground. So the tree will land on that log, hold it up, and then you see that white pipe down there. It was already broke, but that's for his gutters, and it's right there on the other side of that log. So I'm gonna protect it too. It's already been hit by something down there. So tree will land on this one and that one, keep it up off of the gas line and that drain pipe right there. Got the machine against it just for security. I believe it'll fall by itself though, but just in case, I don't do nothing stupid, you know what I mean? Cause ain't no need in taking no chance when you don't have to. I don't normally cut stumps that low, but when I do, I end up sharpening chains quite often. So we got the building at the propane tank. This popper right here is coming down, so I'm gonna put it right through this hole. I'm gonna aim it to the right of that stump, that tall stump right there. I don't want it to land on top of it, so I'm gonna aim it just to the right of it. There's where it's gonna, where I want it to go. I'm not saying that's where it's gonna go, but that's where I want it to go. It's tight, but it's doable as long as it's not hollow. See that bad spot in it up there? And I don't know how far that's gonna come down. I'm gonna cut it. I'll probably finish the bottom of my notch about right in here, and hopefully that'll be nice meat in there. I don't want to cut it up any higher. I'd like to, where it'd shorten it up, but I'm afraid there might be some rod or something in there. If it feels funny when I start on it, I'm just gonna take it and break it with the machine, because it's actually curved back over that way, right over the house. So we're not gonna play, and it's got to go down kind of. It's gonna brush these limbs up there, but not. They're really gonna be a non-issue. So I don't want it to land on top of that stump, because it could make that thing jump into that tank right there, which you ain't gonna hurt the tank. You might break the line, but you're not gonna hurt that tank, and that's not gonna. You could drop that tree right on top of it and it'd be all right. So see how much gas. I'm on tank number 3 right now. God dog, almost through with tank number 3. Let me fill it up again. Get her going. Looking around, make sure his little boy ain't nowhere out here. I think they're in the house now. You always got to be mindful of that. So that's the cool thing about boring too. The tree ain't gonna release till I let it go. Yeah, man, that's perfect. Right there. So you see what I'm doing? I'm looking at the felon sights on the saw. But just about every saw built now has a black line all the way around it. See right there? It continues on the side cover. Right there too. That's your felon sight. And you look down that thing just like a gun barrel sights. It lines you up on your cut. Now the thing about it is you need to be right in line with it. You don't need to be over here looking at it, because it's gonna throw you off. You can't shoot a gun from the side. Well, you can, but it ain't gonna go where you want it to go. So we good meat down there. I'm gonna pick some boar and give her a shove. That thing has got curvature, which you're talking about the wrong way. So nice. Good hinge. Down in the pocket, man. Didn't hurt nothing up through there. Look at that. Nice, man. Alright, initially we were just going to trim these lower limbs off of this thing. There's 1, 2, 3, and that fourth one up there over the house. His tree's curved back over the house. He called me, or he texted me after I'd made the quote on it, and he said he wanted to go ahead and just figure on taking this tree completely down. So this is a giant white oak right here, very large. It's going to be 4 foot on the stump. We're not going to grind this one. I'm going to send it right down through that hole toward that dead snag over there, kind of toward the left, to the left of that tree where my big pulley is. I've actually got the rope in it up at the top, pull back, and where I can push on it right here. The wind is in my favor. The wind is kind of blowing this way, so it's perfect. Of course, here's the house right here. So I just put a sharpening on the 400, and we're gonna give her heck here. That's what we're about to do. And I couldn't have went no more perfect. Good slow fall. Huge tree right down, just right.